Hello, it's Melodic Hatchet, bringing you sort of like an update video really. So this is what I've been working on for the past month or so. It's the new version of AlisonMC. So today I'm just going to go through some changes, some really major changes I've been really focusing on. So one of the biggest one is probably combat, so the way combat works. So this 1.9 update has brought a lot of combat changes, which I am trying to utilize to the best of my ability. So first thing you'll probably notice, there is a new bar called SP, which is your stamina, which is basically used for any sort of attack you make. Or as you can see, if I run, it goes down as well. If I swing my axe, it goes down quicker. As you can see, it's also linked in with my hunger bar, so you sort of got like a visual representation of it. On this server you will not need to eat any food. One of the sort of RP elements of the game are that you are actually undead, so you don't need to eat any food because you're dead already, or undead, or if you're not human, you don't need food. Okay, so first thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you one of the first dungeons, which will have everyone's beloved Araxi boss inside of it, which a lot of people have already fought. So yeah, as you can see, every time I swing, lose quite a bit of stamina, and you have to be a bit more strategic when it comes to fighting. So as you can see now, because I lost all my stamina, I basically can't do any damage to him. It's gonna have to wait. Okay, excellent. It also applies fatigue as well as slowness, which isn't great. This boss we're battling with at the moment is just like a random spawning boss. So see, I am slowed down and I'm also not dealing any damage to him. That's because my stamina has completely depleted. Okay, let's try to kill him before he kills me. I'm in pre-OP gear as well, but these are pretty tough. So another massive change is probably that everything is sort of integrated, all dungeons are, so you no longer sort of go for like a portal. All dungeons are within the survival world, so basically what that allows me to do is it sort of feels a bit more organic and a bit more natural, the way that's been integrated. So you'll be sort of wandering around a survival world and you'll stumble upon a dungeon. Okay, excellent. So I finally managed to kill him. So this is the entrance to the first dungeon. Also, another thing you may notice, I'm just going to wait a bit, wait for my stamina to completely regain. There we go. So you'll notice that my health isn't regenerating. So that's, oh wow, I got a lot of arrows inside of me. So that's there on purpose. Basically, it is there just to make PvE and PvP sort of harder. So you can't just cheese mobs and bosses where you just sort of run away to safety and regain your health fully. I don't want that to be happening. I don't think it's particularly good. So this is one of the first mobs you'll encounter in the dungeon. He's not actually aggressive, so what I can do is I can hit him, and there you go. I'm pretty OP with this gear, but yeah, he does quite a bit of damage. Oh, there we go, I've run out of stamina. So I'll show something in a bit. something about the stamina system. Okay, there we go, so he's dead. Oh, and got some loot. Okay, so the way stamina now works, so here's my weapon. You can see it has a name, it's a epic rare weapon. I'm not going to spoil where you can get this weapon from, but it is a very good weapon. Probably at the moment, out of all the weapons that I've got, this is probably second best out there. So it's got 10% lifesteal. What that means is there's a 10% chance that one of your hits will regain half of its damage as your health. So if you hit 50, there's a 10% chance that 50 hit will restore 25 of your health. Then you see stamina con. What that stands for is stamina consumption. It's set to 20. So what that essentially means is every time you swing with this weapon, you lose 20 stamina. Strength required. So again, we're back to the good old attribute system, where we have, so these are the attributes. So you got the good old vitality, spirit, intelligence, dexterity, strength, and defense, as well as stamina. So this weapon in particular requires 8 strength. So in order to wield it, you need 8 strength, which I have. And level requirement is level 6. As you can see, I already got level 13. And another massive addition is the durability system. So you can see it's got 335 out of 500. So the way that durability works is you lose 1 point every time you deal damage with this particular weapon, and you lose 1 point if you take any damage on your armor. So adventurer helm, you can see it's got 250 out of 250. If you take any damage on that, you will lose 1 durability point. So armor can be repaired at spawn. It will cost money, so it is sort of like a good way of good use of money, really. Yeah, okay, so another thing about armor, as you can probably already see, so something a bit different. You can see there's a rusty set tooltip there. So you can see it's got critical damage and critical chance and reflection. So if I do check me, so this will be a GUI. You won't have to type in any commands, or at least very few. You can see my current stats. So I've got 200% more critical damage. So at the moment critical damage is 100%. So if you do 50 damage with your axe, if it's a crit, it will do 100 damage, whereas in this case you'll be doing 300 damage. Crit chance, so that's basically the chance of a successful critical hit. And reflection, so what that means is there's a 5% chance that if I get damaged, that damage will be reflected at the enemy. Well, 50% of that damage will be reflected at the enemy. So okay, so if I take one piece off now and I do check me, you can see that I'll lose all my sets. So essentially how that works is you need every single piece in order to get the set bonus. But if you just want the normal bonus, so if it's, for example, vitality requirement and defense requirement, or maybe might have something like lifesteal there, you don't need it. So it's only whatever's underneath rusty set or bando set or whatever set it is, that's what requires the full set in order to get those bonuses. Okay, so that was the first mob we've encountered. Again, you'll see the same guy. This is another type of mob. Okay, let's try to kill him. So another sort of minor change is that mobs no longer take any knockback damage. That's so basically you can't sort of safe spot them or knock them back to just sort of safe spot without taking any damage. I don't think that's that's not how the server's been designed to be played, so I don't want that. See, you may notice that I'm not actually doing any damage to him, but I'm losing my stamina, so that's because I'm basically missing. So this system is extremely punishing, so if you miss, you'll lose that stamina. You need to be really, really careful. And also, I don't want to aggro the other guy, but this area is a single PvP area, so he shouldn't be able to damage me or anyone else. Another massive change, I suppose, is that this is actual PvP area, so people can and probably will kill you around here. So yeah, just pretty much always be prepared for a fight. You never know. There are some, well, pretty big minuses and negatives of killing people. So one of which is that basically there's a new player state. So if a player attacks another player a couple of times or basically initiates combat, PvP combat, that player will be sort of classed as a outlaw. You'll notice when someone is an outlaw, basically they just have a red glow around them, which I'll demonstrate at the end of this video. That red glow also means that you'll put on the dynamic map. So we're using a DIN map, which will be the IP address of the server. You will just go on your web browser, and what it will mean for all the outlaw players is if they are in that player state, everyone will be able to see them on the map. So basically you have sort of nowhere to hide, and there are 3 different levels of being an outlaw. So the first one, if you kill someone, it'll be around 20 minutes that you are set as that player state. Next one will be I think it's an hour, and then last one, if you kill 3 people, basically if you go on a massive rampage killing people, you will be outlawed for around, I think it's 24 hours actually, yeah, 24 hours, and that's in-game time as well, so you can't just log out and skip out on it. That's not how it works. So yeah, it's pretty punishing, as you can see. This fight and this guy, like I made a mistake right there where I swung one too many times and I took a lot of damage because of that. I'm pretty bad at PVMing, so I mean it's taking me way too long to kill this guy. But I must say, massive inspiration of new Dark Souls coming out. Basically, I'm trying to make a sort of reflection of that game inside of Minecraft. But yeah, so we got some loot. That's not how it should be. I'm gonna try to fix that item. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. I'm not gonna spoil much more of this dungeon, but what you will have to do is go through these doors and you will need a key, and in order to obtain a key you will actually have to craft one. So you have to kill one of these guys, knights as well as summons, and they'll drop these 2 items that you'll combine to get a key, and you'll go through to kill Araxi. So that's that. Okay, so now I'm going to show up the outlaw mechanic. So basically, once you engage in PvP or kill the player that hasn't sort of hit you first or wasn't an outlaw himself, you'll become an outlaw. So what that means is you have like a red glow around. You can't unfortunately see it here, but you do have it. What that means is essentially you're not allowed in any save zones. So save zones will be guarded. You can see there's 2 guards over there. I mean, yeah, let's see what happens when we approach them as a outlaw. Oh no. they kill you. So you are no longer an outlaw once they have successfully killed you. But yeah, you lose all your stuff. I mean, yeah, I can go back and pick it up, but essentially you don't want to be going to a save zone when you are skulled. So yeah, this is Melodic Axe. This has been a quick sort of update of what I've been up to, and yeah, see you guys soon. Server should be ready in, I don't know, I think next week probably. So bye.